Right now, the August primary is in the books, and after a sizable turnout, we'll look back on some of the key issues that voters decided yesterday.
Also, a Madison nonprofit hits the half-century mark. A look back at the difference folks have made at the Literacy Network and how they're celebrating 50 years.
And we're following a blood emergency declared in Wisconsin, who it's affecting and how you can help. You're watching News 3 now at 5. Well, after a long stretch of very pleasant, dry, comfortable summer weather, well, things are about to change.
We have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow with more details on what we can expect in the next 24 hours. Alex Harrington is out on the weather patio. Alex?
We're already starting to see clouds stream in above us here. Not expecting much in the way of shower or thunderstorm activity this evening. We could see some showers later, but the main threat is Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening across southern Wisconsin, but not after still a nice day across the area, 81 degrees. But look to the west of the Mississippi River in the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. The clouds are starting to stream in. A few sprinkles are starting to make it to the ground out ahead of this weather system that will continue to strengthen as it moves towards southern Wisconsin. The main threat of severe weather is that Thursday afternoon, 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night, going through the mid-evening hours, perhaps as late as 9 or 10 o'clock in southern Wisconsin. And it all is hinging on one of two ingredients, which I'm going to explain more in Maine weather. Marginal risk of severe weather for all of southern Wisconsin. Don't want to let your guard down even on a marginal risk. We've had marginal risks pan out with tornadoes this year, and we do have a threat, at least a low threat for tornadoes Thursday afternoon and evening. That slight risk, 2 out of 5 communities down south of Madison, over towards Monroe, over towards Janesville, and down towards Elkhorn. We're going to be keeping a close eye on showers and storms Thursday morning. Will they clear out to heat up the day for severe thunderstorms? I'll let you know in a few minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. It is the day after the primary election here in Wisconsin. Turnouts were the highest they've been in 60 years for this kind of election.
Several tight races were decided overnight. Now the table is set for November. 2 hot-button issues regarding the governor's spending ability drew voters to the polls yesterday.
As a result, the state constitution will not see any amendments from this election. 2 constitutional referendums were the only questions on every ballot, regardless of party or location. The first was relegated to the delegation of appropriations. The no vote won easily, a 75 to 43% margin.
Well, the second question asked if the governor should require the approval of the state legislature to spend federal funds, and the no vote won this race by an even wider margin. Both referendum questions ended up on the ballot after 2 votes by the Republican-controlled state legislature. Republicans wanted the amendments to take effect. Meanwhile, Democrats campaigned against the changes to the state constitution.
The Democratic Party of Wisconsin released a statement calling the amendment defeat a win, saying in part, quote, Wisconsin Democrats are proud to have organized to defeat these risky and misleading constitutional amendments, marking only the second time since 1996 that a constitutional amendment has been defeated at the ballot box. The Wisconsin Republican State Party chair had this to say last night about the constitutional amendments.
They're trying to defend Tony Evers spending billions of dollars in unchecked taxpayer largesse on whatever projects he wants them to. They want him to be able to keep doing it. I think taxpayers in this state want to have those checks and balances. We want checks and balances. Tony Evers just want the checks.
We have not seen an official statement from the Republican Party on the vote last night on the amendments. However, they did release a statement congratulating Eric Hovde as well as other Republican primary winners. One thing that did stand out about last night was notably high voter turnout.
Yeah, News 3 Now's Maddie Heimsch is here with why polls were so crowded, what that could mean moving forward. Maddie?
Yeah, Susan, Eric, statewide, more than 26% of registered voters took to the polls yesterday. But specifically here in southern Wisconsin, as you can see behind me, percentages were even higher. Here in Dane County, we saw a historic 45% turnout. But even in less populous areas like up here in Columbia County, that 29% is unusually high. So why did so many people cast their ballot? UW-Madison professor Michael Wagner says the high turnout comes from a combination of circumstances. Of course, it's a presidential election year, but on top of that, here in Wisconsin, we have competitive congressional district races on the ballot, as well as those 2 constitutional amendment questions. Wagner tells me Wisconsin voters are locked in.
They are enthusiastic about this election and they see a great deal at stake.
He says Wisconsin typically has higher turnout than other states thanks to same-day registration.
Wisconsin almost always has high voter turnout, but not this high. I think that the constitutional amendments, the concern that many Wisconsinites have about legal abortion and their enthusiasm about the presidential election are all factors that are driving them to the polls.
Wagner says grassroots efforts are paying off here in Madison, several groups having invested into advertising related to those amendment questions. And those questions were the only issues on statewide ballots that were nonpartisan, seen on every ballot. In total, 1.2 million voters made their voices heard on those questions.
Voter participation is changing in how it looks.
Madison City Clerk Mary Beth Witzel-Bale reports that around 30% of ballots cast in the capital city were absentee.
So we can't really compare to 2020 because that was an outlier, and I think we're still waiting for a new normal to become evident.
Regardless of 2020 numbers, turnout here in Madison was higher than it's been in at least 40 years. The Madison City Clerk also reports that there were no problems reported with the newly reinstated absentee ballot drop boxes.
Maddie, thank you. In the spring of this year, 103 Wisconsin school districts went to referendum, and the Riverdale School District went to referendum last night, but it failed by a margin of just 8 votes. The referendum was asking voters for permission to exceed revenue limits. That limit is a state law that caps the amount of revenue the school district receives to pay operating expenses. Now, according to the district website, the failed referendum means the district will need to make some budget cuts, leading to larger class sizes, reduced programming, and a difficulty in retaining staff.
A Madison nonprofit is celebrating a major milestone today. Literacy Network is 50 years old.
Celebrating with a block party. Tanisha Shaw is live at their headquarters with festivities kicking off at the top of the hour. Tanisha?
Yes, the block party started just minutes ago. Organizers tell me last year they were able to help over 1,400 students. Now, over the years, the students came from 90 different countries. It all started back in 1974.
They wanted to tutor people who were picking up basic literacy skills, learning to read, write, math, and also, even from day one, English as a second language.
Literacy Network has helped over 1,400 adults and counting advance in life with classes. Whether it's a parent who wants to help their kids with homework, someone who wants to go to college, or someone who is gunning for a new promotion at work, the network helps them based off of their goal, meeting students where they are.
We recently were hearing from volunteers in the community and our partners that there's a group of Afghan women who were not coming out to class. And we were able to work with Jewish Social Services, which is the Refugee Resettlement Agency, and design a class specifically for them, take it to them, and make it about the level of learning they need. So a lot of those women are not literate in their own language. So it is really basic skills, language, and learning letters, and just being able to see a need and very quickly come up with a class to serve the women.
Their services have a major impact on the community. The network states if an adult participates in at least 100 hours of basic education programs, their annual income can increase by nearly $10,000.
There is a poll that looks at census data and surveys, and roughly 1 in 7 adults could benefit from improved literacy to meet their goals, and that's within Dane County.
In addition to excelling, the Literacy Network also prioritizes helping students gain community.
So we serve a lot of refugees, and we had a fair number of students who came from Ukraine. And this year we had a student who's an 80-year-old woman from Ukraine, was in class with a couple of young men from Senegal, and 2 of them just really hit it off, Olha and Omar, and they basically became friends. And we have a wonderful picture from the last day of class, arms around each other, smiling, and it's just very genuine.
Organizers also tell me they need volunteers. Anyone interested can visit their website.
All right, Janasia, thank you. Have fun out there this afternoon. Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin has issued an emergency appeal for blood donations due to a dangerously low blood supply. Some types, they say, have less than a day's worth of availability. The center says donations are way down. Over 3,000 appointments were missed, unfilled, or canceled in June. Donating takes roughly about an hour. Anyone who is 16 or older in good health and meets eligibility requirements is able to give. To schedule an appointment, call 1-877-BE-A-HERO or visit versity.org.
Still to come, Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington's back with a complete look at that alert day in our forecast.
And it's becoming an addicting and unhealthy parts of our diet. How to kick your cravings for sugar next at 5.
And the markets react to positive inflation news with a 243-point gain for the Dow. The Nasdaq a marginal 5-point climb, and it's a 5th straight day of gains for the S&P, up 21. And we'll be right back.
Your child's confidence stems from learning and seeing clearly. At Shopko Optical, our professional team will help your child start their journey of confidence by providing quality eye care in a warm and comfortable environment. Schedule their back-to-school exam at shopko.com.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. We're here to help runners achieve their goals and push their limits in every sport or adventure they pursue. That kind of performance demands real innovations in technology, shape, and fit.
And we're experts in all of it, so no matter why you run, your best race starts here.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale, so when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
Don't let an appliance breakdown break you down. Shop Brothers Main's super in-stock selection from brands like GE Appliances with support stirred into every purchase. Whether replacing or remodeling, we've got you covered. Brothers Main, feel like family.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rate.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
I need help for my mom. She has dementia. I want a Grace so mom can get care at home. You know what people say about them? I can't imagine better support through such a painful time. A Grace. Authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
Everyone's vision needs are unique. At Shopko Optical, our caring team of professionals will work with you to ensure your vision is at its best. Shopko Optical can help you experience every detail, color, and breathtaking sight in clarity.
Thursday at 10, Lincoln Hills Cooper Lake, a juvenile detention center, now in crisis.
Every day you go in there, every individual, your life's at risk.
How did it get to this point, and what changes are coming? News 3 Now's Will Keneally explores the political battle shaping the future of Wisconsin's only juvenile detention center through the eyes of lawmakers. Will Keneally investigates Lincoln Hills Juvenile Detention Center, a system in crisis. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Sugar is added into just about everything we eat, so it can be hard to cut back on the habit, and it puts people at risk for things like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Kristen Kirkpatrick, a registered dietitian at the Cleveland Clinic, says sugar makes us feel good when we eat it, but once our blood sugar drops, well, we need more. And she added that you shouldn't be upset with yourself because sugar can be a hard thing to kick.
We need to give ourselves a break and recognize that sugar is probably the hardest behavior change to make. You're probably going to fall off the wagon, but the key here is to get back up.
Kirkpatrick says sugary sodas and juices make up a big part of where we get our added sugars. Also, a good night's rest helps stave off junk food cravings. Staying hydrated can help avoid the feeling of being hungry even when you're not.
Well, you know, it is the end of August when it is the first day of the annual Corn Festival in Sun Prairie.
That's right, and that's where we find our Ellie La Liberté, who joins us live from Sun Prairie. Beautiful night to tell us what's going on there in Sun Prairie. Ellie?
Yeah, guys, well, you know, we're only an hour out now from the parade that kicks off this event here, and we're already seeing, I'm sure you can hear a little bit in my mic, but people are already getting ready for that. Now I'm going to bring in one of the event organizers, Barbara Beeling. So, you know, we're pretty excited for today. Can you tell me, what are we seeing out here?
Yeah, this is the lineup area for all the parade floats. So we have everything from, there's the Tooth Fairy here with the dental clinic, to we've got multiple bands, some Mexican dancers, some of the oldest corporations in Sun Prairie have some great floats out here. You know, it's a giant party. It's a festival. It's, you know, people and community coming together, having a great time. The parade kicks off at 6, so finish the newscast, come on down, see the parade, and then stay for the block party, get some great food and some beverages, and listen to wonderful music.
And you know, there were people that were out here already. You said, we were talking earlier today getting ready for this parade. What have you noticed there?
You know, there was a whole parade of princesses came by, and you know, the little girls were so excited that the real princesses were here and having their picture taken. And you know, it's just, this is Americana. You know, it is the best of living in Wisconsin. It's fun. There will be a lot of candy and freebies tossed out tonight, including toothbrushes and dental floss, I hear, for the sweet corn on Saturday. So it's just a great time. Come on out.
All right, well, thank you so much, Barbara. And this isn't the only day of events. There'll be stuff going on all the way up until Sunday. But for now, reporting live in Sun Prairie, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 Now.
Well, it's well said. It is Americana. Ellie, enjoy your first Corn Fest in Sun Prairie. It won't be your last. And the weather, it looks like it's going to be okay for the festivities, right, Alex?
Yes, yeah, indeed. Not just tonight, but going on into the weekend as well. Thursday, though, that's a little bit different. Tonight, our radar app and radar is showing a couple of showers out there. A lot of that's not making it to the ground. We have dry air left over from the high pressure that has been around, keeping the weather nice, and that's kind of eating up at the shower activity this evening. Fast forwarding to this weekend when the festival is in full swing, 79 Saturday, 80 Sunday. A tiny chance of a thunderstorm on Saturday to be prepared for, but most of this weekend is going to be dry and really quite nice across southern Wisconsin. Here we take a look at our weather system that is approaching out from the west, where we see this trough here, this dip in the jet stream over the western high plains. That is the main piece of energy that is moving to the east. Got a couple of showers, again, trying to move into northeast Iowa and southern Wisconsin, but they're evaporating, meaning those raindrops are struggling to make it to the ground. Could see an isolated raindrop or two as we head towards the later evening hours, but not expecting widespread rain or thunderstorms until we get later into the nighttime, heading towards the beginning of Thursday morning. Here we've got 81 in Madison. The clouds are filling in. Notice the dew point right now and the humidity. Dew point's in the 50s, so it's a touch dry out there. Again, when you have your humidity a little bit lower, those showers struggle to make it down to the ground. The showers are making it to the ground over northeastern Iowa, and eventually they will make it to the east across the rest of southern Wisconsin, but we're enjoying temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees because we've had much of the day with partly sunny skies. Then all attention turns to Thursday afternoon and evening. Strong to severe thunderstorms are possible for all of southern Wisconsin. Potential for a 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather. Monroe, Janesville over towards Elkhorn. But I'm not going to be shocked to see the slight risk lifting further towards the north if we get the heating that our future track model and other weather models are showing. 6 o'clock in the morning, widespread showers and thunderstorms. Frequent lightning, the thunder, heavy rainfall out of those storms, a possibility. Here's the dry time. Afternoon hours, if we can get breaks in the sky and the temperatures in the upper 70s to the lower 80s, that's the fuel, that's the energy for thunderstorms to pop back up again, possibly lasting into the later evening hours, Thursday night up towards the midnight hour. So it's that heating that we've been watching. That is a major ingredient that you need for severe weather, with wind being the primary threat from any strong storms that could form, but we can't rule out a couple of tornadoes. So bottom line here, we need conditions to clear out. This can allow the heating to build. A cap may form as well in the atmosphere. That's just some warm air higher up in the sky. But if the heating occurs, that heating can go right through that cap, allowing those thunderstorms to pop up. And that very well may pan out Thursday evening with our alert day conditions. Breezy behind that weather system Friday going on into the beginning of Saturday, and then a nice stretch of weather following that.
Alex, thank you. And just ahead, an update on 2 astronauts stuck at the International Space Station after issues with the Boeing Starliner. How long will they stay up there? The latest details next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-pay jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Dodge Ram 2500 Laramie and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
The story of Scott the Window Guy starts with the crack of a bat and a broken window. Little did I know, Mom actually wanted her windows replaced. I'm Scott the Window Guy from AHT Wisconsin Windows. For the past 50 years, we've been replacing windows in Wisconsin with a 50-year warranty and a 10-year glass breakage guarantee to protect you
from kids like me.
Get a free, no-obligation estimate and $225 off per window at scottthewindowguy.com.
I became a nurse to make lives better. Today, that's hard to do because of the open border. I've seen firsthand the damage that Kamala Harris caused as our country's borders are. Hospitals everywhere are overwhelmed, and American patients are paying the price. My patients are covering the healthcare costs for people here illegally while their own care is jeopardized. Kamala Harris is weak and dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Toyota's national sales event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Right now, you can lease a sporty new 2024 Corolla for $219 a month, or lease a new 2025 Camry for $349 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Technology is everywhere, and our kids are embracing it to learn, play, and socialize. But with endless ways to access the digital world, monitoring their screen time can be tough. So SSM Health and News 3 Now created the Time for Kids digital playbook. Join us on air and online for stories and strategies to help your family navigate, set rules, and stay safe in the ever-evolving digital age. Let's focus on tech together by taking Time for Kids.
Not everyone knows us, but in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and eastern Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
Win a hand-pay jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Dodge Ram 2500 Laramie and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
NASA says it's still deciding whether to keep 2 astronauts at the International Space Station until early next year.
The agency is reviewing issues with Boeing's Starliner, which could potentially bring them back to Earth, but it might come back empty. CBS's Michael George has the latest.
NASA and Boeing are working on a return plan for 2 astronauts stuck at the International Space Station.
I know that they're making the best of this time, but I'm sure they're eager for a decision just like the rest of us.
And liftoff of Starliner and Atlas V.
Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams lifted off on Boeing's Starliner more than 2 months ago, set for an 8-day mission.
Now less than 3 meters away from the International Space Station.
But some of the thrusters for the capsule's reaction control system failed during its approach to the ISS.
The main thing we're looking at is the propulsion system, and the kind of information we're getting is there's a lot of folks out there that have worked with similar thrusters and have seen similar issues.
CBS News space analyst Bill Harwood says safety is the main concern.
The Boeing engineers think this vehicle is perfectly safe to come home. But again, the engineers on the NASA side are trying to prove they understand what happened, and that's what's really drawn this out.
The astronauts could return on SpaceX's next flight, which wouldn't be until early next year.
Yeah, you just sort of have to roll with it, and you sort of expect the unexpected.
Butch Wilmore's family says they don't expect him back until February. They FaceTime several times a day and remain focused on the bright side.
It is so cool. He gives us a lot of Earth views. I especially like seeing the sunset.
NASA says it should be making a decision as soon as the end of next week. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And we'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Get an 11% rebate on your next painting project at Menards. DuraClean Exterior Paint is a paint and primer in one that's formulated to resist dirt, weather, and fading. Starting at $34.48 per gallon after rebate. Maximize your curb appeal with Max Bond Plus Exterior Paint. It provides max adhesion, height, and performance. With over 800 one-coat colors, it's designed to work for you. A gallon starts at $47.87 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You're all looking for something new.
New?
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 or Z Fold 6 on us.
I usually just try out a new look, but that sounds lit.
I heard their cameras have new Galaxy AI features.
Have what?
Galaxy AI.
Gonna get one now.
I'm fine.
New and current customers get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 or Z Fold 6 on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
Empire's quality and customer service were absolutely amazing. The installers were so conscientious. I have and I will continue to recommend Empire.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. East Park Medical Center, coming soon. UW Health, remarkable.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
There's a side of Eric Hovde you might not know. In his 20s, he was diagnosed with MS, and in that moment, his life and priorities changed. Eric started Hovde Homes. Hovde Homes rescue abandoned children from sex trafficking and slavery. For children who never experienced real love, Hovde Homes offer the love, care, and support they need to heal. MS changed Eric's life, and thousands of children are alive today because of it.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
I'm Meryl Hubbard, and coming up tonight at 6, we learn how 3 organizations are helping out a retired U.S. veteran who needs a new roof for his home.
Then we go back to Alex. Final check of the forecast.
A couple showers over southwestern Wisconsin. We know we got the festival in Sun Prairie, but those showers over southwestern Wisconsin are going to likely fizzle or at least struggle as they move off towards the east. But shower and thunderstorm activity will not struggle as we get later into the overnight going on into Thursday with periods of showers and thunderstorms. Thursday morning, not expecting those storms to be severe, but all eyes and ears should be peeled to Channel 3 tomorrow evening with the potential for severe weather in the evening hours. All hazards would be a possibility if we can get the heating to develop later in the Thursday morning, early afternoon on Thursday timeframe. If that occurs, if you see sunny skies, you know the atmosphere is priming up for the potential of severe weather. Good news is after a storm chance on Friday, beautiful weather after that.
All right. And we're back in 30 minutes for more updates on News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.